season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The whole team tied already. Jesus. What happened?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
What's wrong with it?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. This running game so important for them, and they know
in the dome.
Victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Yeah, we're in the dome.
It's their identity. Coming from this team. They want to be that team that runs
It's green.
really well each and every
I'm seeing
day.
that.
And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
We in the dome. It's light. I mean, it's lit up, but we in the.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up.
Yeah, no, they got it's real bright, but
Defense for the Saints, they were terrific in the Tennessee a week ago.
yeah, no, it's bright.
It needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control.
And he caught it up. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Bro, they did the same shit to me last night.
With a football at the 35-yard line. Well, he's not
That's straight.
coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more points.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On second and 11 now. Winston. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A run there with Cook not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on first down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Here's Cook again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and the Vikings pick up the football.
Give it back in. Give it back in. Let's go.
7-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Right there, hurt.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
On second down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 75 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Biggs. Touchdown, New Orleans.
I could have sworn this nigga just ran the same count. I guess they ain't counted because he got restricted.
Using that one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really.
Hey, we just stripped him on the counter play, the last play when he fumbled. Same play right there. I guess they didn't count it because he got stripped.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
That's what I said. I probably didn't count it because it was a fumble. Yeah, nah, if they let you run it, I ain't tripping. I'm just saying. Yeah, nah, you good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on the East. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Oh, my man wide open. Hit the right button. Tight end's wide open.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's got some space here. And all the way to 15 before they drop him. 88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Just about everything we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there.
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Oh, get out the way.
Hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked out by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Za'Darius Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the 32-yard line.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 36.
He gotta cough that shit up.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Winston to throw it this time. He is going to find Hill here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Winston again, it's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And some space here. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Play fake. Winston. He'll buy some time right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Play action now. Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A field goal helps when a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up for the 1st and goal.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They'll get this out to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report.
Because they be fucking me over. I got the best running backs on the game, and all of a sudden they fumble.
And we welcome you back now.
I was talking to my man on the stream. I said, I'd had the best 2 running backs on the game last 2 games. They just fumbled in the first quarter. McCaffrey fumbled. Cook fumbled.
Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Yeah, what I'm saying, the man on some bullshit.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch
Oh, my God.
way downfield. He's got a man complete.
The fuck?
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A 10th carry for Kamara.
That bullshit ass count, man. God damn.
Take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies.
Dog.
Which make them
The lineman ain't catching me like that.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On 1st down, they'll run with the Wandu. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. 7 play in the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, Nwangu. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Offense actually plays an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They'll go right back to the Nwangu. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in lost yardage in the first half. And that
One fucking yard.
Here.
Running for it. Here's Cook.
That's terrible, man.
Did they stop him? They did. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse. They needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big
Look at this shit.
Let him go. Pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped. And they got it done on that play.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing, Winston. Got an open man, it's Olave. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. On play action, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Damn, I should have took that 3 last
The
time.
Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers.
Be smart. Come away with 3. Still need 3 or something.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground.
Good tackle, boy.
1st and 10.
Good tackle.
Made by Eric Kendricks. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to plow.
Knew the counter was coming. We knew the counter was coming.
Just shy of the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Make the tackle.
That's Thomas. And he'll be tackled on the chalk at a 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Trying to run down some clock with Camaro. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Winston.
Ah, give me that pig! Give me my pig! Give me my pig!
That's the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Winston.
Yes, sir! Let's go!
Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
All we can ask for was a chance, man. What good of defense?
Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. And he'll manage
Stood up defense.
about 4. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
At the 24-yard line.
Stood up defense.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
19,
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Awful ball. Let the nigga right into the goddamn coverage, man.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept.
Rip that bitch out.
Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Winston here to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. He's back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
He'll look to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
This on me, man. This on me.
Rushing touchdowns, quite a performance.
This one on me.
That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense.
Fuck this one up.
Hand it to him as we've seen, but just had 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake.
Who are you throwing the ball to?
Week to week, and how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. The busy night continues for Kamara. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Good game.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.